Hello everyone. My name is Dwayne White, and today I would like to present on social media behavior and termination. There are three questions that I hope to discuss and hopefully answer throughout my presentation. First question: is social media behavior a valid ground for termination? Second question: why has social media become such a big deal? Third question: do we really have freedom of expression? In this modern day society, social media has become such a big deal. It has become a very big deal because more people have become active with social media. More people are finding out that they can go to social media as a place to vent. They can go to social media as a place to receive validation from their friends. They are going to social media to express themselves. You can look at social media as a diary. One may go to post about their day. They may go to tell about the encounters that they had that day. They just may want to share their thoughts and just share their thoughts with someone. And you can look at it like a personal diary, though. So they go in and they may want to tell about the mean boss that they encountered on their jobs, or co-workers that they can't stand. But they go to social media because, like I said, social media is like a place for them to vent. Due to such a huge impact on what social media has on businesses and organizations, it has become more and more common for people to become terminated from their job positions due to their actions and behaviors that follow them on social media. When an employee speaks negatively about a company on social media, it can cause that company to lose a great deal of money and respect. It can cause a company to lose out on business partners. It can cause that company to lose out on sponsorship. It can cause a company to lose out on future employees. In an organization, when something offensive is posted by an employee, HR professionals, to protect the company's image, what they do is they take on a frontline position to secure the brand of their employer. They do that because before something can even get going, they're on top of it. they're able to quickly get in defense mode and try to prevent anything from becoming bigger than what it can get. So HR professionals, like I said, they take on a frontline position to secure the brand of their employer and to preserve the company's image. Do we really have freedom of expression? Can we really say what we want to say? Those are two good questions. I do feel like we have freedom of speech and freedom of expression, but at the same time, I do know, just like anything else, there are consequences that come along with our actions. We must know and understand that our words can be like a weapon. What we say can cause harm to others if we're not careful about what we say. Also, we must watch what we say and do at all times, especially on social media. There is a time and place for everything. But with social media, you have to be very, very careful. I would like to give some examples of freedom of expression. Comedian Roseanne Barr, for instance, she posted a tweet that Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby. This was particularly referring to a black woman by the name of Valerie Jarrett. She served as President Barack Obama's top assistant. The racist Islamophobic post was deleted by Barr. Barr issued an apology, but at the same time, her employer, they had to go ahead and let her go. Actually, Barr was banned from doing sitcoms. So what Barr posted on social media, it really hurt her. So only if Barr would have just, watch what she say, and if she would have just just didn't partake in such things as sharing the thought that she did, she could still have her job right now. A similar situation was experienced by James Gunn, the director at Guardian of the Galaxy. In his situation, he posted some tweets some years ago that involved rape and pedophilia. Those tweets, they resurfaced. So even though Gunn may have didn't want to, he may have had good intentions. He may didn't really mean what he said. But see what it is with social media and post. People sometimes take your post out of context. If they don't know the correct context, they're gonna assume what they want to assume. So in his case, Gunn made an apology, just as Barr did, but they viewed the apology as insufficient, and it was not sufficient enough to save his job. At CareerBuilder, Chief HR Officer Rosemary Hefner stated that due to the increase of social media use, it has provided greater chances and opportunities to for a person to share their thoughts on different things, or even share their thoughts on people. But at the same time, one must be aware that it could result into a career end and job termination if their actions are deemed inappropriate. So I'm like, what is the right way or wrong way to post your thoughts on social media? Because from what I've gathered here is that any little small thing could cause one to lose their job. So what I found out is you have to be very, very careful when posting online and when making tweets and making statuses on Facebook, because any little thing could be used against someone. In a research conducted by CareerBuilder, it was reported that 18% of the employers claims that they have fired workers due to the content they posted on social media, such as Facebook or Twitter. It was reported by JobBite that during the process of hiring, online profiles of prospective candidates were searched by 52% of its recruiters. Also, 55% of the candidates are reconsidered by the recruiters on the basis of their social networking accounts, while 61% of those reconsiderations are considered negative by its employer. Next, I would like to discuss ethics. There is no way possible we can talk about social media and termination without ethics coming into the mix. Actually, this would be one of the bigger discussions among many. Is it wrong to terminate someone due to what they say on social media in regards to them being an employee or representative of the company or organization? This is not an answer that we can just easily give. In order for us to do so, we must have a mutual understanding. We must have a fair understanding from both sides. We must know all the details. We must have gathered all the details, and we must know all parties involved, and we must know how all parties are impacted. However, the scenario has to be thoroughly investigated, because not all social media behavior deserves termination. So, like I said, it has to be thoroughly investigated before someone can just be terminated from their job due to what they say on social media. In my opinion, I would say the company does have grounds to terminate someone due to their negligence, because An employee's negligence can cause serious harm to their organization. Um, at the same time, I feel like an employee should hold themselves accountable and know that it is considered unethical among many to bash your workplace. Any problems, differences, or conflicts in the workplace should be settled, solved, and they should be disputed in the workplace only. Those should be good morals and principles that all employees should follow everywhere they go. Thank you. This concludes my presentation. Bye.